Yes, you're most welcome to this video. My name is Mvil Lawrence, and today I want to continue with our basics of HTML and CSS plus WordPress, and we are basically learning how to design websites. So today I want to discuss HTML lists. Yeah, often since we started our education, we have often looked at what lists are. We have actually written quite a number of lists. A list is some kind of an outline where we outline things. Maybe you can outline countries, you can outline coffee, you can outline foods, you can outline districts, you can outline any other thing that you may wish to outline, and that is what we call a list. So now when we come to our lists in HTML, in web designing or in HTML, lists are basically classified into two main lists. That is what we call the ordered lists and the unordered lists. The ordered lists are basically the lists that we write using, or the lists that in word processing I usually call them numbered lists. Lists that are named with maybe Roman 1, Roman 2, Roman 3, A, B, C, D, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, with standard numbering formats that we know. And now when we come to the unordered lists, these are sometimes called bulleted lists. I call them bulleted lists when I'm working with Microsoft Office Word. So this is basically what happens. How do we write lists? I'm going to be taking you through how we can write the ordered lists and the unordered lists. I'll start with the ordered lists. For the ordered lists, just as the word goes, ordered list, the easiest way to write them is by using the OL tag. That is the tag. So I'm very sure you can all see what I'm having on my screen, the OL tag. You open it and Visual Studio Code will automatically close it for you. That is the ordered list. So maybe I want to create a list that displays maybe countries. Okay, countries in Africa. So I'll say ordered list, and then I'll go ahead to type LI for each and every item that I want to write. The OL tag is the one that will tell my browser that this is an ordered list. So it is the one that will tell my code that this is an ordered list. So it will number it with the default numbering style of ordered lists, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. And now the LI tag is the one where I'll put each and every other kind of item that I want to be displayed in my list. That is to say, for each and every other item that I want to have in my list, I must open an LI tag. That is what tells the code that now this is a new list. So for example, I want to start with Uganda. Yeah, Uganda. I just put it between there. Then I come and again open the LI, and I'll type maybe Kenya. Yeah, Kenya. Okay, I'll type LI, and maybe I'll type Tanzania. Okay, then I'll type LI, then I'll type maybe Malawi. LI, then I'll type maybe Rwanda. Okay, maybe Rwanda. Yeah, okay, yeah, we can move with those. So I'll type Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, Malawi, and Rwanda. That is basically the code. I want to have these as my ordered lists. I want to have it as an ordered list. So I'll save and check on the results in my browser. When I try to refresh, this is what I'll have. I simply have Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, Malawi, and Rwanda. I didn't put the 1, 2, 3. If you can look in my code, I didn't put the 1, 2, 3, but because of this concept of ordered list, the OL, it basically puts for me the code or the numbers in my kind of rating. Now, how about if I want to create what we call the unordered lists, or what I call the bulleted list in my Microsoft Office Word? This one, it is an ordered list, so it is just UL. Yeah, like that. UL for unordered list and OL for ordered list. So still, the way we have done for the ordered lists, I'll immediately come and put my LI. Maybe I want to represent districts, Wakiso. Yeah, LI. I'll put Kampala. I'll put Mityana. LI. Yeah, Mityana. Still LI, I'll put maybe Mubende. Yeah, LI Mubende. etc. So I'll save and immediately check on the results in my browser. Yeah, I believe they have come. And now the default numbering style is this kind of the default styling, or the default bullet for the unordered lists is that kind of disk, the disk like kind of bullet. That is basically what you have, and that is basically how I create my links or my lists. Now there is a concept that I want to introduce, and this concept is basically called nesting a list or nesting lists. What do I mean here? For example, I may want to put unordered list into I may want to put one type of list into another type of list. For example, I want to put maybe I want to put Africa, and I represent some countries. Then I go to maybe Asia. You can represent some countries that are in the Asian continent. You can represent countries that are in the European continent, or whatever. Maybe I can say East Africa, then I go to West Africa, South Africa, Central Africa, etc. So basically, what do I have? Maybe I can come to this ordered list. Yeah, I create a list here, and I'll be like, I want a list here. So this list is, I'm trying to nest, so I said this one is East Africa. Yeah, East Africa. Okay, East Africa is my list. Now I want to put, this is another list. Of course, East Africa will have number 1. However, I now want to nest a list. I want to put some list inside here. So simply what I will do is to come and type something here. I'll just come immediately after the list kind of tag that puts for me East Africa. I'll come and put the maybe UL. I want to put now an ordered list. Okay, I put it just there. Let me try to be uniform with my cases. Okay, UL. Yeah, I have something like that, and I'll come and paste now this. I'll just come and paste it here. So I'll simply paste. I have Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, and maybe I'll say Burundi. Yeah, I'll put Burundi here. Yeah, so that is for my East Africa. Then I can come, because I've now closed the unordered list, I can come and copy the same thing. Let me just try to copy this. Yeah, I'll just copy that. Okay, I paste. Yeah, I'll paste again. Okay, so I've copied. Let me come to this and maybe be like West Africa now. I want West Africa, so I can come here and change. Maybe for West Africa I can put Nigeria. I don't know anywhere that falls under West Africa. Maybe West Africa, Ghana. Maybe can put Ivory Coast. Maybe we can put Chad. Maybe I can put Chad. Okay, yeah, maybe I'll put those 4. Yeah. Then here I can come and maybe be like South Africa. I now want South Africa. I've just copied the same thing, so I'm just trying to duplicate such that you can have multiple lists. Now I'll be like maybe Malawi. Okay, Malawi. Maybe Zambia. Maybe I'll put Namibia. Yeah, maybe I'll put Mozambique. Maybe what else? Maybe I'll put South Africa. South Africa is also a country, so maybe I'll be like South Africa. Okay, so I'll save that, and I'll come to my browser just to refresh a bit, and you see what has happened, that I've come up with the one East Africa, and it has some kind of listing. Then West Africa it has list. Then South Africa it has that kind of list. So this is what you call nesting. Like I've mentioned earlier, nesting simply means putting something into the other. Yeah, you nest something, it means you put something into the other. And specifically in HTML, when we say I'm nesting, I'm putting maybe an element or a tag inside another element. So that is basically how we deal with our HTML lists. That is how we nest. You can nest unordered list into an unordered list, or you can nest an unordered list into an ordered list. Yeah, I believe there's a difference. Yeah, so what we have done here is nesting an unordered list into an ordered list, and then if you do the reverse of the tag such that you have UL here and OL here, then you have nested an unordered list into an unordered list. So basically that is simply what you have. That is about the lists. One other thing I can't go minus telling you is the concept of basically defining what should define our tags, or defining the style of the numbering format. That is simply what I would say. Because I told you when we come to maybe things like the ordered list, we are simply having lists that are numbered. For example, you see now I'll have lists that are numbered: East, West Africa. Yeah, but now I can come and change the numbering format. Simply I put an attribute in the OL tag, or in my listing tag, the opening list tag. So I'll come and say maybe OL for the ordered list. Then I come and say type as an attribute. Then I'll put, you see, Visual Studio Code actually lists for me some of the possible types. I can have 1, and if I use 1, it means that one is going to be a number. If I use A, capital A, it means they're going to be labeled with the letters, capital letters. If I use A, small, it means they're going to be labeled with small letters. And if I use capital I, it means it's going to be labeled using capital Roman numerals. And then if I use small I, it means they're going to be labeled using small Roman numerals. Maybe I'll go with the A, the capital A. Yeah, when I go with that and I save, I come here and try to do that. It is the numbering format already changes to ABC. If I come back here again and I change maybe to I, then I save, of course the numbering format will change now to the Roman numerals: Roman numeral 1, Roman numeral 2, and Roman numeral 3. So that is basically how I do what you call changing the format. Now someone may be wondering, okay, we have seen how you change the numbering format for the ordered lists. How about for the unordered lists? Now for the unordered list is easy. This time round you don't put type as the attribute, but rather you put what you call the list style type. You say list, you simply say list style type. Yeah, like that. List style type, and you put the equal sign, then of course the double quotes. So you say list style type, and you have quite a number of list styles. You can have the disk, you can have the circle, you can have the square, and you can have none. Let's start with the disk. The disk, of course, it is the default. So if I come and say list numbering style, I want a disk, and if I try to refresh, so that is the disk. It is that bullet, this one that is simply dark, a circle but simply filled with the black maybe. Then I'll come and say maybe circle, yeah, circle as a list style type. And if I try to refresh here, oh no, I need to change. So it is the, oh no, it is about how we had written the attribute. It is simply easy. Okay, there is another way of writing these attributes. Maybe if I come like here, I can come and say yes, OL type is that. But here for the unordered list, you simply say unordered list, then style, yeah, like that, style. You will put your equal signs, and then you put this in quotes. So the attribute you use is style, then you come and put this in quotes. You make sure you use a full colon there, and then you use a terminator here, yeah, like that. Use a terminator. And if I try to save, yeah, of course, a refresh, you see how it has changed. It becomes a circle, but a hollow circle. I'll say a hollow circle. So why did it work for the first time even after writing wrong kind of CSS? You know, this is now how we embed CSS in line CSS by using the style attribute. But now why did it work? Because disk is of course the default kind of style. Then I can use another style called square, maybe square, yeah, like that, square. I save that. Oh yeah, of course I'll have now square form, square like blades. And maybe we can also look at what you call none. Yeah, you may wish not to have any numbering kind of style. You can simply say none, and the list will be there, but it won't have any kind of bullet. Yeah, so that is basically what you have about HTML lists. Feel free to just comment, follow, like, and subscribe. You can even go ahead and share. Feel free to type in the comment section anything that you feel maybe you have not understood about this, and I'll be very glad to share or to answer you immediately. Thank you so much. May you stay blessed.